Hello, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to talk about two things. I was going to go two, but that's four. Anyway, I want to talk about two things. And that is a list of things that I've learned about myself through the divorce and separation process. And also, I just wanted to show you guys some things that I have around my apartment that I'm pretty sure I would not own if I was still married. Okay, let's look. Here. I'm trying to see where I'm supposed to look. Like, do I look at the lens or do I look at myself? You would think I would know this by now, but I usually just go back and forth. Okay, so it's the lens. I'll look at the lens. So yeah, we're gonna talk about things that I've learned about myself throughout the divorce and separation process. The divorce is not officially official yet, but we're like so close. We're so close. And yeah, just showing you guys some things that I have now that I totally love, that I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have if I were still doing the whole like,
baby, do you want this? Is this okay? Do you think it would be?
Or let me ask my husband, because you're blending two styles, and I are just styles of decor. I prefer styles of decor, which is very, very different. So we very much walked middle of the line. Also, we were just so serious about getting out of debt. And so we did not spend money on decorations really anyway. So, but I am grateful that I have no debt. So anyway, item number one. No. Wait. I wanted to say some disclaimers. So, two disclaimers. Well, disclaimer number one, if you are new to my channel, then you may not know I was in a cult. I kind of got swindled my freshman year in college. I joined at 18 years old, and that is where I met and married my ex. And so because of that, it's kind of like our real versions of ourselves are not the people who met and married each other. And so let's see, when did I officially leave? In the beginning of 2021. That's when I left the cult, and then we separated in the summer of 2023. So that's 2 years. So this list, it's like things that I've learned about myself since my ex and I split, but also a lot of it it has a lot to do with me leaving the cult as well, that I've been able to unearth my personality, because when you're in the cult, you are just a sheep. You are a bot, you're an NPC, you are just copy, paste. Yeah. And so then it kind of makes sense that as our real selves began to emerge, we would try to make it fit, and it just wasn't really working. And so that was disclaimer number one, that this list could also be titled things that I've learned about myself since leaving the cult. What did that hair do? Anyway, disclaimer number two is that this is not meant to bash him, my ex, and say how horrible he was or how oppressive he was or whatever. The environment that we met and married in was very oppressive. It was not very woman friendly.
Literally a cult.
And you can go and watch any of that other content if you want to see how that played a role. It's just people were different, certain ways that I am as a person and certain things that I want, it doesn't match with him. And certain things that he wants and expects and likes and can offer and can't offer or will or won't, it just doesn't match with me and what I need and what I want. I think if we were to meet in the real world, in real circumstances, we probably would not have gotten married. But here we are, and we've got a beautiful child out of it and learned a lot along the way. And anyway, with all that being said, let's get into the list. Okay, so the first thing that I learned about myself, and this was, I think part of what led up to the separation for me, is that I am just a very, very passionate person. And I don't mean just like, like ooh la la kind of passion and smoochy. Oh, also that though. But I mean, I could just be excited and excitable, and I want to talk and I want to rant and I want to ramble and I care deeply about things and I want someone who's going to go back and forth with me. And for me to not feel small or embarrassed or sheepish or awkward And I will say we had a lot of good conversation and a lot of good laughs. I think that's part of what drew us to each other. But the more that my real self started to emerge, I think some of the things that I became passionate about, we just weren't on the same page. Oh, I know one thing. I was passionately hating a lot of the stuff in the cult or even the people. And he just still feels fondly about some of them. And that's fine. I'm not here to tell anybody who they can and can't be friends with. But that's a big thing, you know? Or let's see, as I was becoming passionate about rediscovering my sensuality or fashion or things like that, I just kind of felt like the responses weren't giving for me. And yeah, I think that in the old environment of the cult, and then also the marriage and the dynamic that we had created within the cult, I often felt like I was too much. I was too big, I was too loud, I was talking too long. And that's something that I had to break out of and realize that in this new life that I could build, I would only want to choose to be around people who appreciated that about me. I could think of so many people, women specifically, but people who are just very chatty and talkative and boisterous and, you know, and they're loved for it. It's just a matter of who you choose to have around you. Like there's always going to be someone who likes you, always someone who doesn't, always someone who's annoyed by you, always someone who's enamored by you. And I just wanted to keep trying to find and fill my life with people who were enamored by and with me, and that I also felt the same way about them. And yeah, also that I want passion. I want passion in gestures, in words, all sorts of things. And I felt it from my friends. You know, could we gush over each other? Oh my gosh, you're so funny. You're so smart. You're the best. You're going to do this. And I just wanted more of that. I needed more of that. And it's been really fun. It's been really fun and rewarding building my life that way. All right, item number 1. This little guy. He's one of the first purchases that I got moving into this apartment. And why wouldn't I have this? I think because I was in a certain comfort zone in my marriage. I was in a certain comfort zone, and in the house that we had furnished together and built a normal in. And when I was coming into a space on my own and having to start from scratch, because I didn't bring anything with me, hardly. I brought a TV tray, like a little lap desk, and I brought a recliner because we had purchased it to prepare for the birth of my son, our son. And that was sentimental. And I brought a bed, but the bed was newly gifted from friends, so that didn't have any memories. But I didn't want to really bring anything with the energy. If you've seen Under the Tuscan Sun, it's a movie about a woman who gets divorced and she rebuilds her life in Italy. And there's a scene where the movers come to help her pack, and she ends up deciding, she's like, no, I don't want any of this actually. And I think she takes like a vase or something and puts it in her pocket and walks out. And yeah, when I was younger and watched that movie, I didn't get it. Anyway, yes, so starting from scratch, I got to think like, what do I want? What do I want my vibe to be? How do I want to feel? And I was like, oh, I want cute things too. Why not? Why can I not have cute things that are fun to look at? And so he was on a bookshelf. Lately, he's been on the windowsill in my bedroom. And after this video, he might be on the couch for a while, but he's just soft and little and cute. And it's just it's just something cute and little. And I realized that I wanted a home with character and little touches, not overly crowded, everything intentional and purposeful, but just little touches of things that you could look at and go, huh, that's interesting. So yes. The second thing that I have learned about myself through the process of separation and divorce is that how much I love the beach. Do you know, almost the entire time we were married, we lived like a 4 or 5 minute drive from the beach, and I hardly ever went. Between cult activities, work, and then becoming a mom. My mom died in that time too, so there was grief, which could have been a great time to go to the beach, but I just never did until that last summer, the summer that we separated, and I would just go all the time and lay out. And so now I just always keep a mat or a chair in my car, but that's one. Yeah, I love the beach. Which sounds so simple, but again, it's kind of one of those, if you know, you know. If you've never really, really lost yourself to a group, to a job, in a relationship, to motherhood, you would be surprised that just even the simple things you don't know about yourself. But I love that, and I'm happy I discovered that. Who's this diva? Look at her. I got her like a month or two after living here. Oh, she's so soft. I don't even think I've ever touched under there. But yeah, I got her Black Friday, about a month and a half after moving in to this apartment. And why? I counter question, why not? Because I can. Because I can. And I will say that if I had purchased this and brought this home while I was married, I don't think my ex would have had anything to say. I don't think he would have been upset. I think he would have laughed and been like, okay, and maybe asked where I was going to put it and request that it's like not in the way or not clutter. But let me be very clear. He never really prohibited me from buying anything, but it's just the mindset that I was in, the mindset that I had been conditioned to be in as a wife. I just never would have, because I know that this is so different from anything he ever would have wanted. And so why would I do that? Why would I buy this diva, this gorgeous, gorgeous specimen? Where would I put her? Now I still don't know. She's on my nightstand. And she's still not named. Maybe it's because she is too fabulous to be named, like Prince, who became a symbol, you know, the artist formerly known as Prince. I don't speak to her either. I think maybe she's a bit too fabulous to be spoken to. Like sometimes I say hello, but okay. Next thing is I love getting dressed. I found that out when I got here. Sometimes I would have nowhere to go, or I would only go maybe to the grocery store, but I would find myself liking to get cute, like put a look together. And I even invested in makeup from Il Makiage, not sponsored. But, and I would find myself, I would start with a little something. And the next thing I know, I have kind of a full face on. And I don't do it often. I mean, I don't want to say often. I don't do it all the time. But I do it so much more now than I ever did before. And I love it. I just love getting cute. And sometimes even if I'm not going anywhere, I might put on purposeful, cute lounge attire. I feel like she should be here for this. Purposeful, cute lounge attire. And even a little blush. And now I understand too why all the ladies in the old movies and shows would be like, rouge your cheeks. Like it just adds a little something. Just a little something. I found that. So I like that. I like getting dressed. Who knew? How could I know? Because there was just so much to do. And I was always failing at all the lists. The house was never clean. The baby was never bathed on time. Dinner was never quite made. Groceries were never picked up on time. Work deadlines. Like it was just all piling up. I was never making enough food for the sick person or following up with the person I was supposed to invite to church. Like it's just all these balls juggling in the air. I just wanted to sleep and rest. And I just probably looked like, I don't want to say I look like warmed over death half the time. But when I look through my old Google photos, I'm like, ooh, girl. But she was doing the best she could. Next, I own this. Because again, why not? And actually, this is over my nightstand. And then the diva is under, and I have a gold little lamp that you can touch. And it cuts on and off. And so I love that. I wanted to bring the lamp out here, but I was just not feeling motivated enough to move the lamp. And then I thought, well, that will just give me something else to show you for like if I do a part 2, because there are other things. There's so many things that I'm happy I have here. You know what I should have put on the list of things that I learned about myself? That my favorite color is pink. For years and years and years, I never knew what my favorite color was. And actually, I didn't come to this conclusion. 2 people separately. I was getting to know someone and I mentioned how I don't have a favorite color. And because we had FaceTime, they were like, I think your favorite color is pink. It's all around you. It's all around your house. I have pink dressers. I have a pink nightstand, a pink dresser drawer, a pink desk lap desk. This is pink. My bonnet's pink. I have so many pink pajamas. Both of my throw blankets are, this is a soft pink. It doesn't look that compared to this pink, but it is a pink. So I also learned pink is my favorite color, but that wasn't on my list of things to talk about. But anyway, I own this and I love it, and it's so cute, and it's like nothing I ever would have purchased before. I just saw it and it spoke to me. It's like it called me on the phone. It's like, hello, pick up. You need me in your life. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it because why not? So I own this, and I would never have this much pink if I was still married to a man. Oof, my hip was hurting. Was sitting crisscross applesauce, had to readjust. Anyway, his little hair is here. How's this? If I get like a Velcro patch, then it could be like parrot instead of Iago. Fernaldo, Fernadan, Ferngully. Anyway, so the next thing that I learned is that I have a really great relationship with my son. And anybody who's ever known us might be like, Danikita, but mom guilt is real. Mom guilt is real. And again, as it seems to be a constant theme, I just never felt like I was doing enough. I never felt like I was good enough. I was always tired. I was in the bed because I was just doing. And so at home, I just felt like it was enough to just like, here, have some food. Here, let's wash your face. Here, I don't know. And then the family that I had married into, there's stuff and there's trips and there's events and there's outings and there's gifts and there's meals out. And I just always felt like I was there and I was there and I was a part, but I wasn't a part. Like I felt like a shell often. I felt so tired, but I didn't want to not be there. And so I just felt so checked out, but through the process of separation and divorce and having to, when it's my time, do it all on my own, but on my terms. One, during that transition time where it's like, I have no furniture, I have to be really creative with the groceries and with experiences and memories because the funds are just not there. I was able to see the strength of the foundation that had been built over the first years, and that even though I didn't have money to do hardly much, that you cannot buy what my son and I share, and that is the most important thing, and that it is true. I had to get back to what is true and what even makes my favorite people from my childhood my favorite people. And it wasn't that they were always so entertaining, and it wasn't the stuff that they bought me, and it wasn't the places that they took me, but it was that they listened to me, and it was, sharing time, doing the simple things, the everyday things together. And that is something that I had always offered my son. And so I was able to see that there was a solid foundation there, and I just had to really dig deep and not allow myself to get distracted by the things that we as adults can get distracted by a lot of times. But I could just find anything to be insecure about, but realizing that's not what matters. I'm not a bad mom, and I learned that, and I can own that. These, my ex hated pillows. Apparently a lot of men have vendettas against pillows. I don't know. But I have these, I have more, I have throw pillows on my couch. I have throw pillows for my bed, and I kind of want some more, but I wouldn't have these. I wouldn't have these if I were still married, because he hated pillows. Okay, next I learned that I am powerful. I had to do so much. This process was hard. Life be lifing. Yeah, and I did it. And then in financial insecurity and switching between jobs, thanks cult. That's a whole other story. Not knowing literally, am I going to be able to pay my rent at some points, and it was just a lot. again, the finances and then reeling from stuff in the cult and figuring out co-parenting and navigating the legality of divorce, all this stuff. It was just like, whoo, you have to really, really dig down deep to make it out of there. And what I love, again, learning that I am powerful, my spiritual connection is powerful, me in and of myself, the relationships that I have, all very powerful. I listened to a lot of the group Beautiful Chorus over the last year and a half, and I still do. And they have this one song, and it just repeats over and over: I am everything I want to be. I have everything I need. I am everything I want to be. I have everything I need. And when I did not have much materially, I would still listen to that song and believe it. I had to get to a place where I believed it. I have everything I need in and of myself. I am creative. I am full of love. I am resourceful. I am intelligent. I have community. Like, I am everything I want to be. I am. I had to think of the things like, what am I? And lean on that and really dig deep and give myself props that I had not, and that the environment that I had been in had not necessarily encouraged me to do that. So it was cool because after kind of coming on the other side of a lot of things, I have a lovely job now that I love, and life is full of love, and just really, we're not completely out of the woods, but we are heading there. We see the clearing. And so the song came on one night as I was going to sleep, because I play them sometimes when I go to sleep. That song came on. I am everything I want to be. I have everything I need. And I just felt this warm, it was like a warm glow, but also a heavy grounding and a deep appreciation that I know if I lost all of this, like, that the song would still be true. The song would still be true because the I have everything I need is not my bank account, is not all my cute stuff, is not my space, is not my makeup. And I don't think I believed that. I wasn't that person at the start of this process. I was not so grounded. I was not so unshakable. I was not so sure and secure. And I love that for me. Okay, this is a TJ Maxx find. Can you tell? It is iridescent. Oh, it's stunning. And it has a gold rim. It has a gold rim. It was a set of 4 of these tumblers. She's so pretty. So pretty. And I just have this. I have this set, and then I have a set of 4 kind of regular glasses. What are they, like 16 ounce or something? And I just have it because it's so beautiful. Sometimes I drink apple juice out of it, and sometimes I just drink water out of it. I love it. That's it. That's all. The next thing I learned is that I'm a giver. I am a giving person. I'm a giving person. I know you could never imagine this, but in my former life, the messaging that I got from everyone is how selfish I am and what a taker I am. And now there's some context to this, okay? In my former life, I was beaten down first by my narcissistic mother. And then I went to college and joined a cult that is just a narcissistic system and community. And then joined this marriage where, marriage inside of a cult, even though I had one of the more liberal or progressive spouses in that system, it is still very oppressive. So anyway, I was just beaten down. I was sad. I was tired. I was grieving. I was physically sick, like a lot. There were a couple of friends who were like, it's concerning. You need to get checked out. Are you okay? Like, why are you so sick all the time? And stress kills. But anyway, so grieving my mom who had passed away, and it was a complicated grief because our relationship was not the best. Being pregnant, then being postpartum. At one point, I was going through helping the school that I worked for get nationally accredited, and that was super stressful. And so all of this while in a cult, and I'm naturally an introvert, and I'm sick on top of that. So yeah, I needed a lot of support. I needed a lot of help. I needed a lot of encouragement. And because I was in leadership at work and in different ways in the cult, even when I didn't have a leadership title, I don't remember what I said. Maybe I encouraged someone to not care about something. I don't know. But I was pulled into like a discipling time, a time of correction and mentorship. And I didn't have a leadership title at this time. And I was told, Nikita, I don't think you realize you are a leader. So it's just always this weight on me. But again, I'm always falling behind. I feel like I'm never measuring up. So yes, I would like a little help. I would like some cuddles. I would like some encouraging words. I would like to be left alone. I would like if you could bring me some tea. I would like if you could help, do this, do that, whatever. And so, looking at it from that perspective, I am sure that I just took. And it was not his fault or anyone else that I may have sucked in at that time necessarily, inherently, solely. It was this whole toxic system we were in. But anyway, all of that being said, for years and years and years, I was told what a bad friend I am. I'm not good at answering the phone. I'm still not. I'm not good at texting back. I'm not good at showing up to the baby showers and cleaning up afterwards. Why did you leave so early? Why your face looks unapproachable? Yeah, maybe because I'm miserable? Anyway, how often do you ask what he needs? When's the last time you did this, you did that, whatever. And so coming out of that relationship and building relationships with other people, friends, professional, all this stuff, and for people to talk about how I give to them and I support them and I show up for them, it's just been really surreal and mind-boggling and almost feels like the Twilight Zone. And so yeah, even learning that I have a community was huge. I think for a lot of women, whether you're dating, engaged, married, you can get so focused in and focused on your little unit, your little love bubble, that you don't realize that not platonic, that romantic love is not all there is. And there is love from your tribe that can be so empowering, so supportive, so rich, so life-giving. And I just had never had that, especially coming from a cult where everything was so transactional. And so I'm just, my life is so full of love and I'm so grateful. Boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. These, I wouldn't have these if I were still married. And why wouldn't I have these? Because I would not buy them for myself. I wouldn't. And I still didn't. Because of going through separation and, the divorce process, having to get resourceful and find out what's in the community, I learned about buy nothing groups. Yeah, people just giving things away. They might be redecorating, they might be moving and cleaning out the garage, cleaning out their closet, and you're literally not allowed to pay because it would mess up the integrity of the group. And so this lady who was getting rid of these, I think a military family, they were moving, so very grateful. Thank you for your service. She was giving away some rain boots, UGG rain boots, and I wanted the rain boots, but she was like, you got to take the whole basket. And I was like, okay, but I got some really cute stuff out of that basket, and those boots are one of them. And if I were still married, I probably wouldn't know about buy nothing groups because I would not be in a place where I would be trying to think that creatively and asking certain questions and having certain conversations, and I just never would have learned about it. So yeah, check out your local buy nothing groups and you can contribute and also, benefit. Lastly, the last thing that I'll share that I've learned is I'm desirable. In a lot of ways. So desirable as a friend, funny, desirable in a professional way, desirable creatively, that I'm interesting. People want to be around me. Again, not everybody, but nobody draws everybody to them. And nobody really wants to be around everybody. So that's not my goal. Sorry, let's get comfortable. That's not my goal. But that there are a large group of people out there that do find me interesting and enjoyable to be around, because I think anybody who's been married for, any substantial amount of time, sometimes you do reach a lull, a normalcy, a familiarity, and there might not be that passion, or then especially as, again, our real selves showed up outside of the cult, there was just attention, I think. Attention that was there. And I only tried the dating apps for a very, very short amount of time. Not for me. It's scary and annoying and ridiculous. It's unsafe anyway. But it was honestly just to feel like somebody could be excited to see me. Somebody would be excited to talk to me. When you're at a place in your relationship where your significant other does not even really want to come home. And, it's because apparently, maybe you're not happy when they get home. Who wants to come home to that? That's even something that I said when talking about the separation. Like, I don't want that for you. But when you're that person that's making someone feel that way, it does. It just kind of, fixing my sock, sorry. It just wears on you, and it's like, dang, would anybody even be excited to see me? And so learning that, yeah, some people can be excited to see me or want to spend time with me and like want to flirt with me or compliment me. Yeah, relearning that, as they say, I've still got it. And that's not, what I live for at all. My life has so much else going on, but it is nice, who doesn't want to feel desirable, if not for your appearance, for your mind, for your ability to create, for whatever, you name it. We all want to feel like someone appreciates us. And it's just nice to know that I am appreciated. So yeah, that's been it. And thanks for sticking around. I'm like, is there anything else I haven't shared with you? Let's see. You can get one last look at her. She's stunning. Stunning. She's 1 in a million. Okay, that's all I've got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know if anything stood out to you in the comments. Till next time, stay safe and stay free, because every day is a good day to not be in a cult.